evening.
Hello,
Hey,
good
good
evening.
evening.
Good evening.
What's up?
Good evening. Good evening. Hi, fellow classmates. We're going to speak about what is plagiarism. So we're going to give you some examples. We're going to speak about when is sometimes plagiarism not considered and when it isn't. We're going to speak how plagiarism has been propagated to the internet websites and some strategies for avoiding and the terms you need to know about plagiarism. I'm going to be with my buddy, my colleague, Fransisco Alvarado. He's going to speak about what is plagiarism.
Okay. What is plagiarism? Many people think that plagiarism as copying another's work or borrowing, but the term copy or borrowing someone else's work, may cost you lots of things in your future. You may think that, okay, I'm going to make this essay, this homework, and I'm going to copy paste it all, and I will have free time. But what will happen in your future? I have read lots of articles and I have heard lots of examples of people that are have become really famous, and then all their career is destroyed. Why? Because in school or in higher education they plagiarize their theses and homework or an essay, and it's not worth it that all the effort that you made in all the years is destroyed only because you plagiarized one little thing. So now I'm going to give you some examples of what plagiarism
Yeah,
could be.
what are some good examples about what is plagiarism? Can you show us and show our fellow classmates, please?
Yeah, sure. Like to steal and pass off as one's own. Like for example, I copy paste an essay, homework, and I said that okay, I made this.
Don't do that. Just don't do that. That's
That's-
straight plagiarism.
that's the
As easy
worst
as
thing you can do.
That's straight plagiarism. Yes.
As my colleague said, you shouldn't do that. Another thing is to use maybe some information and don't give credit to the person that did it. Like for example, you're doing a presentation, an essay, and maybe you use an example from another person's essay and you don't give credit to that person. That's plagiarism, because if you're grabbing maybe from information from a book, from a thesis of someone else that you found maybe in library and the web, you need to give credit to that source, because if not, it will become plagiarism.
Yeah.
Another thing is to present as a new and original an idea or product derived from existing source.
That's the worst. Yeah.
In other words, plagiarism is an act of fraud. It involves both stealing someone else's work and lying about it afterward, and this could give you problems according to the law. There's lots of governments that prohibit this act. Like for example, in the US, you can go to jail for plagiarism. If you're in college, they can expel you. In school too, and it will be really hard for you to find another institution where to study higher education if you plagiarize, because no one wants a professional that plagiarized everything.
So, Enrique, can you tell me please when is something considered as plagiarized and when it isn't?
Of course. Okay, first of all, good evening. And okay, for this example in particular, I'm gonna read to you a literal paragraph or from a book taken that states a casebook of family and crime in the 1890s by Joyce Williams. The rise of industry, the growth of cities, and the expansions of popular were the three great developments of late 19th century American history. As new, larger, steam-powered factories became a feature of the American landscape in the East, they transformed farmhands into industrial laborers and provided jobs for rising tide of immigrants. Okay, so this is like straight taken from the book. Now here's an example of when someone can plagiarize this. So it states, the increase of industry, the growth of cities, and the explosion of the population were three large factors of 19th century America. As stream-driven, companies became more visible in the eastern part of the country. They changed farmhands into factory workers and provided jobs for the large wave of immigrants. With industry came the growth of large cities where the Bordens live, which is turned into centers of commerce and trade as well as production. So how is this actually plagiarism? It counts because, first of all, the writer, like, he combined words, he added new words, and he quoted words that were already written in the original article. And this is considered plagiarism because he's adding something and quitting what was there originally. And he didn't quoted anything. Like, this writer didn't give credit properly how it is supposed to the writer. Now, here's an acceptable paraphrase of the actual history. Fall River, where the Borden family lived, was typical of northeastern industrial cities of the 19th century. Steam power production had shifted labor from agriculture to manufacturing, and the demand for workers, quotation marks, transformed farmhands into industrial laborers, close quotation marks. As a result, populations grew and large urban areas arose. Williams 1. Okay, now this isn't plagiarism, and it's completely acceptable because, first of all, the information is original. Like, there's nothing quitting, there's nothing added as well.
Really?
Yeah, like,
That's good to know. That's good to know. Yeah, you gotta know that thing in order you have to not commit plagiarism.
yeah, because it's automatically plagiarism if you quit or add something automatically. And also, this person quoted the phrase of the, like I said, quotation mark, close quotation mark, to understand that it's something taken straight from the same paragraph. And also, it gives credit, most of all, it gives credit to the person as it is supposed to be. That's it.
That's it. Yeah, yeah. I have for you some strategies for avoiding plagiarism and some terms that you need to know. In order to knowing that, as here it says some strategies for avoiding plagiarism. It says that you have to put in quotation everything that comes directly from the text, especially remember this when taking notes. Paraphrasing is good, but be sure you're not just rearranging or replacing a few words. Instead, read over what you want to paraphrase carefully. Cover up the text with your hand or close the text so you can see anything of it. Yeah. Also, you have to check your paraphrasing. That's most important. Check your paraphrasing always, because if you commit a mistake, you can be committing plagiarism as easily as that. You have to check your paraphrase against the original text to be sure you have not accidentally used the same phrases or words, and that information is accurate. I have some terms that you need to know also. There's a term known as common knowledge. What is common knowledge? Are facts that they can be found in numerous places and are likely to be known by a lot of people. So, for example, let's say that you are searching a paper job in which you are speaking about corn. There's many people that knows about corn, knows the common knowledge that you have to plant the corn, you have to water all day, you have to clean the crops. So that's common knowledge. That's what you have to search about. I have an example for you. John F. Kennedy was elected president of the United States in 1960. That's common knowledge. People from the United States know that the president from 1960 was John F. Kennedy. This is generally known information. You don't need to document this fact. However, you must document facts that are not generally known, that are uncertainty, and ideas that interpret facts. I have an example for you. It says, according to the American Family Lead Coalition's new book, Family Issues in Congress, President Bush's relationship with Congress has hindered family legislation. That's something that most people don't know. That's not common knowledge, so you have to quote it, you have to use the correct paraphrasing. And at least for that last quotation. Quotation is using someone's words. When you quote, you have to place the passage you're using in quotation marks and document the source according to a standard documentation style.
And also, if I may, I also wanted to add something really important that is happening nowadays, which is the plagiarism in the internet, like in the World Wide Web. So most people nowadays, they tend to, like, let's say they have an essay, for example, and so they are searching the, like, example of material they can use for this one book, like someone else's work from that it explains, like, like it is in the book, like the theory used, and they tend to just put it in the essay, like no credits given, like it's their own work basically. They try to make it like that. So this is a really big problem because he's not just not giving quotation. He's also like my friend Frank said, he's not giving like the the credit that is that should be given, and he's claiming it as his own. And also something really important that he didn't state it how is it, how do you say it? Like by bibliography.
Bibliography.
Uh-huh.
Bibliography.
Yeah. Okay, so that's also something really important because there you can state where do you find the information, who is it from, and also like the terms of the form, like the APA norm you used, because it's something really important as well. It can make your work look 10 times better, and you're not plagiarizing as well.
More organized.
Yeah, so there were some few points about knowing how to not plagiarize, knowing what is plagiarize, and some concepts that you need to know about quotations and paraphrasing. We hope this video was enjoyable for you. We hope you can get the information you want from this video, and we hope to see you soon. Have a nice day, have a nice night, and thank you to show us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.